In the glitzy world of professional basketball, flash often overshadows fundamentals. But John Stockton, one of the most unassuming superstars the NBA has ever seen, flipped that narrative on its head. Born in Spokane, Washington on March 26, 1962, Stockton grew up far from the media lights and elite basketball pipelines. Raised in a modest blue-collar home, he was taught early on that hard work wasn't optional. It was expected. His grandfather was a legend at Gonzaga University, and John quietly followed in his footsteps, attending Gonzaga Prep and later becoming a standout for the university's team. Yet Stockton never stood out physically. At barely 6 feet 1 inch and with a wiry frame, he was constantly overlooked by recruiters, dazzled by height and athleticism. No national headlines, no parades, just grit. But for those watching closely, there was magic brewing, an old-school guard who mastered the art of anticipation, court vision, and unshakable poise. When the Utah Jazz selected Stockton 16th overall in the 1984 NBA draft, even their fans booed the pick. But Stockton didn't need applause. He needed only opportunity. He found his rhythm alongside power forward Karl Malone, forming what would become the most durable and devastating pick-and-roll duo in league history. Together, they played over 1,400 games, both regular season and playoffs, more than any pair in NBA history. Stockton wasn't flashy. He didn't talk trash. He wore the same short shorts well into the baggy 2000s era and kept a low profile off the court. But between the lines, he was lethal. He led the league in assists 9 straight seasons, a record, and still holds the NBA all-time records for assists, 15,806, and steals, 3,265. These aren't just records. They are mountains no one has climbed since. But perhaps what's more remarkable than his numbers is the way he got them, with precision, humility, and relentless consistency. He was the conductor of Utah's offense, always one step ahead, always in control. Stockton's greatness wasn't just in his passing, it was in his mental toughness. He played through pain, he played without complaining, and he showed up in 19 seasons. He missed only 22 games, most of which came from a single injury in 1997. That same year, he helped guide the Jazz to their first ever NBA Finals appearance. In Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals against the Houston Rockets, Stockton delivered a buzzer-beating three-pointer that sent Utah to the finals and the crowd into hysteria. No celebration, no chest beating. He simply jogged back down the court, stone-faced it like it was business as usual. Though the Jazz would fall to Michael Jordan's Bulls in 2 consecutive finals, Stockton's legacy was already secure. His performance on the game's biggest stage proved what true leadership looks like. Not always loud, but always effective. What made Stockton so successful was never about flash. It was about fundamentals, 3 in particular. 1. Obsession with consistency. Stockton approached every game and practice with the same intensity. He honed the same plays, mastered the same angles, and delivered the same effort regardless of the opponent. That consistency, both mental and physical, is what allowed him to outlast flashier talents. 2. Relentless preparation. He studied opponents religiously. He wasn't just reacting to what defenders did, he was predicting it. Stockton knew players' tendencies better than they did themselves. That preparation translated into smarter passes, more steals, and fewer mistakes. 3. Humility in greatness. Perhaps his rarest trait was his humility. Despite being a Hall of Famer, a Dream Team member, and arguably the best passer the league has ever seen, Stockton avoided the spotlight. He never craved headlines, only results. His ego never got in the way of team success, making him one of the most respected players among his peers. So what was John Stockton's inner spark? It was selflessness. In an age where everyone wanted to score, Stockton wanted to assist. He saw the court as a canvas, and his teammates were the brushstrokes that completed the picture. He didn't need to be the face of the franchise to be its heartbeat. He embodied the belief that greatness doesn't always scream. It often whispers through perfect execution, silent sacrifice, and unwavering discipline. After his retirement in 2003, Stockton quietly returned to Spokane, coaching youth basketball and raising a family away from the limelight. Even after being inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2009, he delivered one of the shortest speeches in history. Because for John Stockton, the game was never about him. In a league dominated by highlight reels and egos, John Stockton showed that greatness could look different. It could be humble, it could be consistent, it could be quiet, but make no mistake, it could also be unstoppable. His career wasn't about domination, it was about orchestration. A maestro with a basketball who found beauty in passing, elegance in effort, and pride in doing things the right way. Which part of John Stockton's legacy inspires you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we continue uncovering the lives of those whose sparks change the game.